My name's Newspaper Guy. I read the newspaper. That's what I do. This is my boss, Bill. He plays piano. He's got a mean left hand and an even meaner left hook. One day I came across an interesting item in the newspaper. I tapped my pal Bill on the shoulder and filled him in. The heart of gold jewels had been stolen from the Museum of Art, right from under the noses of those fancy college-educated museum curators. The jewels were still at large, but there was a suspect in custody named Grandma Knuckles Nice. We were on our way. Over the years, Bill and I had cracked a lot of cases. Sadly, we'd never found the time to learn how to drive. Hitching a ride really gives a fella a chance to get to know another fella a little bit better. Bill and I had spent some of our best hours waiting for a ride, looking at the clouds, chasing butterflies, catching some Z's. Sooner or later, a concerned citizen's bound to take pity on a couple of weary crime fighters. Today was no exception. Even though our moms had told us never to take a ride from a stranger, this fellow looked like an okay Joe. Plus, he was already heading to the prison. So we thought, what the hey? At the jail, we caught up with Grandma Knuckles Nice, the meanest bandito this side of the Hudson. Bill pointed the finger of accusation at her, demanding to tell us who she was working for. She wasn't having any of it. We'd tried to ply her with everything. Ice cream, candy, even key lime pie. But she wouldn't tell us anything. Then Bill had an idea. What if we gave her $20? So I offered her. But she said, no way, copper. But then Bill had a better idea. How about $21? So I pulled out my wad. Sure enough, she bought it. That $21 bought us two things. A photo of an ugly-looking galoot and a name. The name of a little bird called the Chicken Lady. We found her coop on the outskirts of town. Bill knocked, and she knocked my socks off. She had legs that started at her feet and went all the way up to her beautiful wings. Word on the street was she could lay a pretty mean egg. All I knew was I was scrambled from the moment I saw her. And yet, something didn't feel quite right. We followed her out to the barnyard. That's where she took her meetings. She was a sexy broad, but we got the idea she maybe didn't have so much working upstairs. Bill showed her the photo of the ugly galoot. She started flapping wildly. The only word we could make out was swamp. Or it might have been squawk. We don't know, but either way we figured we better get a move on. The Chicken Lady and I could have been birds of a feather, but I could tell we weren't gonna flock together. All along, I couldn't shake the feeling that somebody, somewhere, had been plotting against us. Maybe a crotch grinding. Or maybe a head squeezing. Or worst of all, a kidnapping. Call it a hunch, but this smelled bad. Real bad. It took us all day, but finally Bill and I ended up at the swamp. It stunk to high heaven, but by that time, so did we. As a rule, I hate swamps, but there was something special about this place. something in the air that drew me. I saw her first, but I couldn't quite make out. Was she an angel in white, or merely a mirage? I showed her the photograph, but all she did was sing. A song so entrancing that I found myself losing my way. Minutes passed, or maybe it was hours. I couldn't tell. My watch was in hock. But when I snapped out of it, I realized my partner was gone. Bill? Bill? Bill! But something in the Oracle song had spoken to me. Suddenly, I knew where to go. I found them in the warehouse district. And there was Bill, tied up like a Christmas ham. His henchman charged, and I gave him one with my fist and about half a dozen more with the sports page. While I untied my buddy Bill, the mastermind slipped away. But Bill was there. He grabbed a box and headed for the stairs. Bill grabbed a board and helped him on his way. It was curtains for the creep. I recognized him as the stranger who'd given us a ride earlier that day. I guess our moms had been right after all. Most of the jewels were in the box. But Bill noticed something more. The beard was a phony. It was the big galoot from the photograph, the one Grandma Knuckles had ratted out. But where was the heart of gold? Under the beard! Of course! The oldest trick in the book. And so we closed the book on the case of the heart of gold. Yep, with the reward money from this case, we could buy ourselves 100 ice cream cones, a treehouse, maybe even dinner with the chicken lady. Or just maybe some driving lessons.